Okay, we are back again with another dilemma in this dilemma season. As the nights draw in and it gets colder and darker, we're here to warm you up with dilemmas.
Sage advice.
Sage advice. Okay. So subject line: I like working from home, but I'm lonely. Hi, Dulcie and Yemi. I've been meaning to write in for months. And now that I finally am, I feel a bit silly. And sorry in advance for it being a long one. You don't have to apologise. It is a long one though, bloody hell. Okay. I don't have a dramatic dilemma. There's no toxic boss, there's no career crisis. I'm just lonely. Oh. And I don't know what to do about it. I'm someone who's always found it easy to make friends. I moved around a lot as a kid because my dad's job took us all over. And so I got really good at settling in fast, finding my people, and being the warm one who made others feel at ease. I'm naturally extroverted. I love people and I get energy from being around them. So when I moved to London in 2019 from New Zealand, I wasn't too worried. I threw myself into the city, new job, new flat, new friends. And then, of course, the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
And suddenly it was just me, my plants, and the cat I panic adopted during the first.
Cat, you don't adopt cats. Cats adopt you.
Exactly.
So it's
and
not
that
your
was
fault.
probably the best thing you've ever done.
It's not your fault.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
It was lonely, but we made it through. Oh, you see? Oh, that's cute. When my company switched to hybrid, I was all for it. Like everyone else, I was exhausted from the pre-pandemic grind. Working from home sounded like the dream. I had more time and more flexibility, not so many crowded train rides or awkward chats in the kitchen. And at first, it was great. I still go in once or twice a week, but mostly I work from home. Headphones in, cat on the lap, getting the job done. My manager's happy, my deadlines are met, technically everything's working, but slowly I've realised something really uncomfortable. Work was my social life. Not all of it. I have lovely friends, but we're scattered across the city, in fact, the world, and most are partnered up or just in a different phase of life. They're not down for midweek drinks or just hanging out phone calls. And I didn't realise how much of my daily connection was coming from office life. The inside jokes, the shoulder taps, the spontaneous grab a coffee moments that made the day feel human. Now everything's scheduled or silent. I'm the weirdo that lingers in Teams chats for too long. I turn my camera on even when I don't need to, just so I can feel a bit more present. And I hate admitting this, but I miss being around people. I miss the background buzz, the way you could just exist near others without it being a whole thing. I feel a bit embarrassed even writing this. I feel like I'm being needy or not grateful enough for the freedom that we've all yearned for. But the truth is, working from home has started to feel like living at work. And I'm starting to realise how much I relied on work for connection, maybe more than I should have. How do I rebuild that sense of community without sounding like I want to go back to 2017 or that I can't hack hybrid? Lots of love, Aisha. Oh boy. Oh, I just want to give you a hug, Aisha.
Yes.
I want to give you a really big hug. And yeah, first of all, sweetheart, don't apologise for this. You're not being silly. Don't feel embarrassed. There's nothing about any of this that you should feel embarrassed about. Thank you so much for sharing it. You well know that you're talking to two introverts who would work inside a closed cardboard box if we could and never speak to people again. But I do actually really empathise with you.
Yeah.
And what you're experiencing. And it's hard. There's a lot of things going on here. I think there is the element of like work and missing out on that regular connection. And there is something in it. I think if you're in an environment, in a work environment where you like the people, it can be really like, I've worked in places where I've just loved being at work, loved being around people. Even if I've not been loving the work I'm doing, I've really enjoyed just the buzz and the people. I have made solid friendships from work, right? And I'm not one of those people that thinks those two things can't mix. I actually think, yeah, of course, you've got to be careful when it comes to social things with work, but you can absolutely find your people in the work environment. And you are an extrovert. Not only you're an extrovert, but you're someone who's relatively, because honestly, what is time post-pandemic? But relatively new to the city. And London is not a very welcoming place.
Mm-hmm.
London is not an easy place to start afresh later. I'm sure I'm not saying later in life like you're, over the hill, but I just mean like, it's one thing if you've been here since childhood and you've grown up with, friends or been to uni here, whatever.
Yeah.
But as an adult, it is a harder place to find your people and find your social. Not impossible, but it's hard.
Yeah, because there'd be a lot of twisted folk up in
It's
London.
cliquey. London is a very cliquey place. People tend to sort of have locked into those groups early and don't really do too much mixing. However, you are far from alone. I can't count the number of groups. And actually, maybe I will send you an email, Aisha, just with some of those groups that are specifically geared to connect people to each other in London, especially women. There are lots of those more and more popping up because this issue of loneliness is an epidemic, right? Like so many of us, especially in cities like London, you just get so used to work and that's all you do. You're so tired, you finish up, you sleep, you get up, you do that again. The weekend, you recover from all the work and you go back and do it again. And, you said that your friends are all over the world, all over the country and in different life stages. So I think this is, honestly, you're at a very natural point, right? Where you're looking around, you're like, where's my circle? Where's my people? And you're going to have to start that journey of finding them. When it comes to the work bit, work itself isn't the answer, right? However, listen, more and more people are mandating 5 days back in the office. If in the short term, you're like, I just need to be around more people, you could always change job to a place that does want 5 days in the office.
Yeah.
I have a sneaky suspicion you probably don't want that, though. I think what you really want, what you're missing, is that connection. What I would say then, a couple of things. If we park the idea of changing your job just to be around people, I don't think that's a great idea, unless you are ready to change your job. So if we put that to one side, I would say try and get into some of these groups. What are your interests? What are your hobbies? What are things you can start going and doing?
I was just going to ask that question.
Yeah. There's one thing London is good for. It's an activity.
It's a hobby. Yes.
There's a group for everything or anything. So get out there. It's also a city so vibrant when it comes to food and art and culture. Get out there, go and do things. You're an extrovert, you're a people person. You've practiced this from childhood onwards. You know how to meet people. I think because work has had you at home, you're probably staying at home a bit too much outside of that.
Yes.
I want you to put your brightly coloured glad rags on, get yourself ready. I know you've got some. I can feel it, Aisha. I know you've got some really bright and beautiful clothes.
Not
I
the
can
glad
feel it.
rags.
Get them on and get out into the city. Go for a walk without a destination in mind, right? Just go and be yourself and engage with people. Even those small conversations with, the cafe owner, whoever.
Don't you stop saying the things in my mind.
Sorry. Even those little things just remind you of like, oh yeah, no, you know what? I am that electric bitch. Like I have this. I am a connector. I am alive. I am here. I am interesting. I am worth connecting with. Just really pump yourself, remind yourself of who you are, because it feels like you've just lost that a little bit. And then another thing I'm going to suggest for the days that you are working from home, unless there's some company ruling against it, try and find a co-working space.
Yes.
Or even a library. Find a place where you can still work around other people. A co-working space is great because I do this. I go to a co-working space when I'm working from home, like 1 or 2 days a week. And you do start to see the same sort of faces, or you see baristas or whatever it might be. You do have a little bit of what you were talking about, those little knowing glances. Oh, you can get some of that without changing your job or having to go into the office more and whatnot. And I think what you need is just a bit of a reminder of that girl that you are, that woman that you are, and that electric, fantastic, beautiful person that people love to be around. So yeah, I would just, get out there a bit more. Okay. Words that if you said to me, I'd probably close the door in your face.
Yeah.
Because what do you mean get out there? But for you, my darling,
yes,
get out there. Okay. Sorry, Yemi. I feel I might have said everything, but sorry.
you've more or less, to be honest,
Okay.
Dulcie, and that's
No,
I
but
suppose
you've
that's
got
a
more,
good thing
you've got
because we're very
more.
much in sync with this. Make a list of all the things you like to do apart from work, and just work your way down the list. If you don't want to think too much, just work your way down the list and see what things you can engage people on. So, for example, Dulcie, you mentioned talking to the cafe owner. Yeah, like try the new recommended restaurants or this or that, and talk to the people in those establishments. I remember there was this place that I love, this waffle place that I love going to anytime I'm in Brighton. And when I go there, I always talk to the owner. We struck up a conversation, and he's like Turkish descent, but he lived in, I think, one of these Francophone countries all his life. And we just had this really great conversation. So every time I go there now, like I have a friend I can talk to. And this was just so, and I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
So
like, yeah, you remember when we were in Paris and I told you about those old people I was making friends with? The woman in Italy and then the guy in Paris.
Oh, yes.
And I couldn't stop talking and thinking about them. And again, I don't do people, but I fucking love people.
Yes, that's the thing.
It just reminds you of yourself when you have those interactions as well.
Yeah. That's true. I like people, actually.
Yeah.
I used to think I didn't.
Yeah.
But I think it was just, I'm more is
one-to-one.
I really like one-to-ones.
Yeah.
And so so just strike up the conversations, and you know, just do more of things that take you out of the house, like Dulcie said. Get out there. There's a whole world waiting for you out there. Go and experience it. Yeah.
Okay. Aisha, good luck.
Good luck, my darling.
Get out there. Let us know how you get on. I will drop you an email with some of those groups as well. I don't know what part of London you're in, but they're all over the shop, so I will dig some out and send those to you. And yeah, just let us know how you get on, and good luck. And just don't forget how fabulous you are. And yeah, let everyone else find out as well, because they're missing out. They're missing out.
As Dulcie said in the previous episode, don't hide your light under a bushel.
Don't light a bushel and start a forest fire.
And with that, those words of wisdom.
You're welcome. If there is anyone listening, I have a funny feeling that a lot of you listening are going to be like me and Yemi, just turtles like inside the shell, like,
yeah.
Don't know what this means. But no, seriously, there are going to be extroverts and ambiverts listening, and I don't think Aisha is even vaguely alone in this. And honestly, this isn't even really an introvert extrovert. Loneliness is an everybody problem.
Yeah, exactly.
It's something I've currently struggle with, and everything I'm saying to you to do, Aisha, is stuff that I'm trying to do as well. But if there are people who are further on in that journey than me, who can offer some words of wisdom to Aisha, you know what to do. If you're listening on Spotify, hop into the comments, leave some comments that could help Aisha regain that sense of connection. And while you're there, leave us a 5-star rating or review. All right. Until next time, people.